Hey guys, this is Jessica, and today I'm going to be working in my Large Dilutions journal using the supplies from the March 2020 Mix Media Inspired subscription box. So I'm starting on a page in my journal using some of the stickers from the Tim Holtz Ideology Small Talk sticker book. And I'm just grabbing a bunch of phrases, all of them are printed on the black stickers with the white lettering. And I'm just grabbing a bunch of phrases and I'm placing them on my page in sort of a grid pattern. Some have a little more spacing between them, others are really close together, and I'm going to fill the entire page this way. And I'm using a lot of quotes from the book that I probably wouldn't typically use, like "I love us," or there's one in there about monkeys. Ones that I probably wouldn't use as a quote from my art journal page, so I'm using them this way so that I don't end up wasting them. So after I fill up the whole page, and you can see again, as I mentioned, there are some spaces. Some are close together, more like bricks. And after I do this, I will grab my gesso and in clear, and I'm just going to place gesso over the entire thing. And this is prepping my page, not only sealing those stickers, but also the rest of the page so that when I put paint on later, it'll perform and move the way that I want it to. And now I'm going to glue down some pieces of the collage tissue paper that are also in the box. And I'm using gel medium from the Dina Wakley Media line. So I just tore up the pieces of collage tissue so that they're sort of the same size as the stickers. And then I'm just filling in some of the gaps with that tissue paper. As far as where I'm placing these, I'm just kind of looking at where the gaps are and filling them in, and then also making sure that I have some on all the levels. So some on the top, some in the middle, some towards the bottom. And I'm just tearing the paper to make it fit into each spot in the size that I need to. Now I have 3 colors of liquid pearls in robin's egg, sage, and bronze, and I'm watering them down, just mixing in some water with my palette knife. And then I'm going to do a wash of color over my page, and I'm going to have some of the color on all levels. So again, there's some on the top, some in the middle, some on the bottom, and I'm just doing that with all 3 colors. I'm not really overlapping the colors, but there is just some, they are touching. But I'm going to, in the end, the whole page will be covered with the wash of these 3 colors. Now, because these are watered down, there really isn't much color to them. It's more like tinting, but it is leaving that metallic sparkle that is in the liquid pearls over the top of the stickers letters. So what I'm doing here is mostly tinting the top of those sticker quotes. And the dark bronze is much darker than the other 2 colors just because it's a darker color to begin with. I could have added more water to that if I wanted an even lighter tone, but I was okay with it. So I'm just going to continue spreading this out, making sure that I fill in all of the gaps so that there's color everywhere. And again, this is just the first layer. It's more so for tinting the sticker quotes than anything, just so that there's a little bit of metallic sparkle. And it's not really picking up on camera, but there is quite a bit of pearlescent shimmer in this liquid pearl paint. And as you can see, I have a little bit of color everywhere on the page. Also off camera, I did take my brush and just tap it so I created little bits of dots with the bronze liquid pearls. Now I'm going back in with the liquid pearls in robin egg and sage, and I haven't done anything. This is just directly the paint, and I'm just doing a few areas so that there's some little bit of punch of color, some darker spots of that paint. I'm going to do this just in the green and the blue spots just to punch up the color, like I said, and add a little bit more texture in the background. So there's some areas of light, some areas of dark. And I am not really worrying about if I overlap the stickers, not worrying if I overlap some of that tissue paper that I glued down earlier. I'm just looking to sort of integrate all these objects together to create the background. Now I'm going to put down some gilding flakes in gold, and what I'm doing is using my Dilutions glue stick and rubbing the glue stick directly on the page, and then grabbing some gilding flakes from my little pouch there and just applying them direct to the page. So wherever the glue stick is where the gilding flake will stick, and then the rest I will be able to brush off when it's all dry with a paintbrush. So In applying this, again, I'm not worrying about if it overlaps some of the stickers. I'm not worrying if it goes over some of the collage paper. I'm looking to bring all these elements together, and I'm doing that by placing this gilding flake down, because as the gilding flake is covering everything, it's bringing all the elements together. So after the gilding flakes, now I'm putting down a layer of Dina Wakley Media paint in umber, and I've really watered down this paint, and then I just brush it on, and then I'm also spraying some water to even make that paint move more, and I'm going to tip my book to let it run and drip and create some movement here, and then I'm going to leave that to dry. So after the paint has had a chance to dry, I'm going to go in with my Stabilo All pencil and outline each of the sticker quotes, and then I'm going to use a wet brush just to activate that pencil and create more of a washed out shadow around each of the quotes. And while the water is still wet, I'm going to go in direct with the Stabilo All pencil to add dark areas to create more of a grungy vintage look. And after the background is completely dry, I'm going to grab my layered acetate pieces, which are part of the mixed media inspired box. And here I'm just adding a little bit of extra distress collage medium to the back. These are stickered backed, but because this is such a large element, I'm just adding a little extra adhesive to ensure that that doesn't lift up. So I started with the flower design in the center, and now I'm just going in with glitter drops that are also part of this sheet. And because they're stickers, I'm just going to stick them down wherever I want. And I'm going to fill in some spots that don't have much color or pattern to it with these sticker dots. And if they overlap areas, it's okay, because again, that's the background. Now I'm going for more of the top focal point areas. So I'm just going to place down a few of those. And then I'm going to go in with the liquid pearls in Sage, and I'm going to create some dot embellishments by squeezing directly from the bottle. And because this is a dimensional paint, it will dry exactly how you squeeze it out of the bottle, so it will be little raised enamel dots. Thanks so much for spending time with me today and following along as I created this page. And if you'd like to learn more about Mixed Media Inspired and how you can join in and get fun art supplies to your door every single month, check out the description. I'll put some links below. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future videos.